baby. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Animals in love. Animals in love. Oh, we're rolling. Oh, hi. What's up, LA? Welcome to the February episode of What's Up LA, your guide to everything that's happening in the LA arts community. February is the month of love, and we love the arts. I'm Nina Rinsell, one half of your regular hosting duo. Brian Caldwell is otherwise engaged today, so you're stuck with me, I guess. We have a great episode for you tonight. I mean, you just saw, and we kicked it off with Animals in Love. Perfect. And we're going to interview part of the cast of the upcoming Theater by the Blind play, Off Key, where we have an incredible duo of interviewees here today. And a fantastic community calendar as always. So stick around.
What's up, LA? What's up, LA? What's up, LA? What's up, LA?
So, as we mentioned, we are here sitting down with part of the cast of Off Key, the new Theater by the Blind production. Please welcome, for the first time, to be interviewed on the What's Up LA couch, Joslyn Sky Marquez and Marvin Dexter Moore. You don't know them, and we just met them, so this is going to be a first for all of us. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna introduce them properly. So Marvin Dexter Moore is a former industry executive now pursuing the arts. Welcome. It's painful, but we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
And he plays Marvin on Off Key. I love it, so original. That's easy. You just have to memorize one name. And Joslyn Sky Marquez plays Doreen. She is the LA chapter of Fighting Blindness Foundation's social media chair. And yeah, she plays Doreen in the new Theater by the Blind production, Off Key. We are so happy to have you, everyone. Seriously, we're so happy you're here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're honored.
My first question is, why did you take so long to get to us? No, I'm kidding. How did you find us? And why are you here? We're happy, but why are you here? Tell me about the journey to come to Theater by the Blind.
That's a good question. Why am I here? They found me. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was going to the Braille Institute. And somehow, I guess, I got connected, and I asked them about were there any opportunities for people playing music or being involved in the type of shows. And at that time, they didn't really have anything, but they said, well, there's some people that have been doing some things, and I think there was another production going on at the time, but it was already in production. So I didn't think everything was going to happen. Then I received a phone call, and it was Dr. Shane.
Amazing.
Greg Shane.
Greg Shane, the director of Off Key.
Yeah, I called him Dr. Shane, the professor.
Love it. So it sounds like you're part of the X-Men, like Theater by the Blind, the new X-Men.
How did you know? I'm Cyclops. Okay. Now you blown the whole thing.
I'm so
now.
sorry,
Yeah,
guys. It turns out it's an action play.
And then he asked if I would be interested in auditioning and coming through, and I said yes, and we met, and the rest was history. I had no idea what I was stepping into, and when he told me there was going to be a play for people that were blind, and I thought to myself, right, how are you planning on doing that, bro? And
Same way he's been doing it for 20 years.
I found that out. He's a genius. He's a magician or something. Oh no, he's actually a magician, isn't he? But anyway, he introduced me to the script and stuff, which is an amazing script written by Christopher
Ureña. Chris Ureña, yes.
I really want to mess up his last name. And I read, I was like, this is really good. And then they told me of the character, that I was going to be this character, and I had to act. And I said, well, I haven't really done any acting, Greg. He says, well, that's okay. I said, he says, well, I want you to play music. I said, Greg, I'm not a pianist. I don't do scores and stuff like that. He said, that's okay.
You are now.
He said, that's okay.
Hey.
I haven't come by my house. I said, well, no, I think you need to come by my house and let me play for you before you trying to hire me and stuff, right? That's just in case. He came by and he said, I said, so what do you think? He said, fine. And I was expecting him to say, well, that's not, you can't do that. But he didn't. He said, that's fine. I said, well, what do you want me to do? He says, just do you.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. And I was so amazed by the process and the ease of which he was doing it and his faith in someone that he didn't know, that I was intrigued. And I came on board and met everybody, and these people are absolutely phenomenal. It was hard to believe that this existed, that there were people that could not see, and at different degrees of not having sight, but the love, the dedication, the hard work, what they go through in order to be a part of this production and pull this off, I wasn't ready for. And I said, I definitely want to be with this group because they are changing how people view blind people. They're changing the atmosphere. They're changing the mood. How can someone see these people act and do this and not be moved and changed by it? And I said, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that because I think the message is so outstanding and so poignant, so clear, and life-changing. It has been for me.
How about you, Joslyn? How did you end up here as Doreen?
Yeah, honestly, okay. So I didn't know about this place either. I was around 28, seeing a lot of different like lights and shadows in my all-seeing eye. I was born with a blind line in my right eye, and it's a diagonal line from the top left to the bottom right. And nobody understood what I was saying about lights and shadows, so I started getting bullied a lot at my job. And like all of this, like you're faking your blindness or something like that. How do you see but like you're blind and all this stuff? And it was hard for me to even describe to them or even explain. Like, it's like God's amazing, honestly. And life is very complicated. But yeah, I went over to reach out to Department of Rehabilitation because I wanted like more people like to back me or more people like in my circle to be there for me or with me going through this. And yeah, and then we did like a low vision thing. We did a mandatory low vision thing. I realized I deserved all these low vision equipment. And they're like, you deserve all of this. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then they told me, hey, you can go to Hearts for Sight organization. That's where you can be with other people like you, blind, vision loss, vision impaired, low vision. You could be with other people like you, and you could do all these activities together. And then I realized, I started helping people that see less than me. Ended up being a partially sighted guide for them for hikes and stuff like that. And just making friends because I know what it's like to be different and want people to be your friend. Also lose friends from it too. So I started doing that, helping, seeing my purpose as being this partially sighted guide and making it more beautiful instead of like how the society makes it ugly. Teaching people about this, being partially blind in my right, partially sighted in my left. Seeing sight and blindness at the same time. It is definitely possible. I have lights and shadows around my all-seeing eye, so it's just if I look over here straight at this bag, it's lights and shadows here, lights and shadows here. If I look over here, lights and shadows here, lights and shadows here. So it's just straight lines that form. They're not too dark like my line, but it is just like a lot of lights and shadows. So it's extra lights instead of those lights. After Hearts for Sight, they told me, okay, get into Braille. I had like a lot of friends with RP, different people telling me, you could start Braille, whatever stages or ages you are, as long as you're diagnosed with a progressive blind disease, you can start this. You can get into the free classes. You can start knowing how to live your life, start with these cooking and cleaning, and they had music there, and I was like, oh wow, okay, I can do music. I can see if I can learn some cool instruments, like learn how to do the guitar, drum. Like I can really be productive with this, so I can still do what I love to do, and I can be with others that see like me.
How has it been, like the experience of being the newbies and not knowing anybody and maybe just trying to reconnect with that performance and artistry and blah into a new company? Are you feeling welcome is what I'm saying? Yeah,
for me, everybody has been more than welcoming. I mean,
amazing.
they are a family, and Greg
Yeah.
insists on them being a family. That's one of
Yeah.
the first things he said the first time I came, and I can see that happening and watching their interaction, how they deal with each other, how they support each other. Everybody was very supportive. Joslyn was so sweet the first time. She's the kindest person, and we're very helpful with everything. And I was talking to other people, and everybody wanted to help and kind of tell me, hey, this is what you want to do, and this is what we do, and if you have any questions, ask us. So it's been amazing for me.
Because you started your artistry journey a little bit later in life, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you were an executive.
Correct.
And my next question to you, Marvin, would be, what are some things that you learn in like the corporate world that kind of translate well into being an artist and being a performer? Is there something that that you found, that you learned back then, that you now find valuable enough to use as an artist?
Yeah, I think a lot of things we learn as we go through life that you can take and carry with you. Patience is one of the things I've learned being a recording artist. I had to put on a different hat because I was on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And on this side, it's amazing because the perseverance, the patience, the discipline that's required in order to to be good at what you do.
Yeah.
You have to be thick-skinned because it's tough. It's not an easy road to take.
Agreed.
I've been very blessed and fortunate, writing good music and singing, and I have a studio at home, so I was able to get into it a little faster than most people. And then blessed to be able to be writing good music, and people were receiving it, and I was able to release it, and it just kind of took off. So I'm probably a little different than most, but I was very blessed because of that situation. I've also learned how to work with people, managing people, work with people. I don't have to manage anybody in this situation. I'm just inhaling everything that I'm learning, and the aroma is just so sweet and so amazing, and it's really just strengthened me and encouraged me. And it's been just insightful. From being an executive, I've learned how to take that and use it, and let it be something that inspires me, so that I can use it to give it back to the people that are that I'm entertaining or that I'm sharing music with. And so that's what it's giving me. Or anything else, how to use the tools, use the experiences to help other people.
And clearly the public speaking, because that was amazing. And I saw you at Variety Night, and just your like demeanor and how you connect with people just in the couple of seconds that you're on stage and being like, hi, my name is Marvin Dexter Moore, and this is the kind of song I'm going to play. And it was enthralling. I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, wow.
And Joslyn, speaking of which, Joslyn, you are a fierce advocate for people and humans like you.
Yeah.
And how do you think your artistry and your work as an advocate complement each other or help each other? Is there a way in which they kind of just like go parallel?
Yeah, it does. I think it just like it's all about like how we handle these emotions, how we navigate life, and how we see life. And it's okay to like see differently, everybody like sharing their different perspectives and their different walks of life. It builds more compassion and understanding for a lot of people. I did see that it brought me, not only like spreading awareness on the BVI community, blind, vision impaired, low vision, but spreading awareness on our talents and abilities of like, being, just because we're limited doesn't mean we're not capable. And it brought me to being LA chapter's social media engagement chair member for the Fighting Blindness Foundation, because they want me to help throw a fundraiser and bring entertainers and poets and magicians and all these different things that they've never even had for all of these years that they have been with the foundation. And I thought, wow, like that's what they want me to do. Yeah. And like that's what I'm like really good at. And like I've done fundraisers, I've done things, but if we've done variety stuff and local stuff, and to do this for the blind community for a good cause, I think that was the ultimate purpose, is like stepping into like what your truth is, who you are, and God and the universe will do the rest.
Because talk about synchronicity and timing.
Yeah.
Like you get to Theater by the Blind and then you're suddenly surrounded by all these incredible, amazingly talented artists
Yeah.
that then suddenly
We're all just
suddenly they are required to perform elsewhere, and you have their contacts.
Yeah,
That is-
yeah.
Let's talk about Off Key. Now we know who you guys are. Let's talk about the show. So, what is Off Key about? Don't spoil anything.
Okay.
Just what's it about?
I believe it's about just finding your way in life, even if you're alone, you're not alone. You know, using any type of skills and assets that you can to create a more productive new you, like seeing, you know, changing the way you see things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the story about? Marvin.
Off Key is a funny, relevant, inspiring piece of art. With these characters are amazing. I'm laughing the whole time. I'm trying to perform up there, and I'm falling out laughing.
It's a dramedy.
It's funny, you know, and then this tender, it's got some moving pieces in it and stuff too, you know. I get to do the different things that I'm doing. I play a little bit, I talk a little bit, do a few different things, but in each of them, it's amazing. And then watch you got to see these people just interact with each other and go to these places because it's unusual, but at the same time, it's very relevant. And it's a piece of art. It's a piece of who we are. You'll see yourself in these characters, and you'll gain something from it. It's pretty cool.
It's funny and dramatic.
Yes, it is.
That for sure.
And meaningful.
A little bit of everything.
I even liked it.
I love it. I love it too.
How are you similar or different to Doreen, the character you play?
I feel like a lot similar. Whoever wrote this, Christopher did an amazing job. You know, I think it's really heartfelt. It's really you know, trying to, you know, not having love, but then giving everyone love because, you know, like everyone deserves that. And yeah, I think it's very, very like very similar in my life together. Not to say a lot about it, but it shows like I can, you know, be better like as a person, and I can be better for other people. So yeah, a lot of what it says, you know, too little, too much, like not enough, you know, but I think that's
a very human experience.
It's very human, and it's whoever did it was amazing. Oh, and also the writer Christopher Urena, his last name is the same as my producer that created the beat to my song Angel that will be in the play. And the producer's name is Goli Urena. So it's synchronicity similar, and it just works out
really well.
Yeah.
How about you, Marvin? Are you and Marvin, your character Marvin? How similar is character Marvin to actor Marvin?
Well, there are a lot of things that are alike. I was I was cracking up about the whole thing because it's like, this guy's really a lot like me, or at least like a guy I would like to be like anyway.
Cooler version.
Well, he's smooth, you know, he's kind of wise, you know, he's jamming, you know, he's kind of got it going on and stuff, you know, but at the same time, he's dealing with issues, and he's got to face some stuff, you know, and how he deals with it, I think it's just really kind of cool, and to watch him literally grow up is pretty exciting. I think it's very exciting.
I wanted to ask you one last thing, Marvin, because I think I skipped it. You also have original music that you're playing. It's not that you learn somebody else's songs. It's that you also make your own music, as seen on Variety Night. But also you are playing one of those songs. Can you tell us about that song? Yeah,
it's a little bit of madness that he trusts me and allowed me to come in and do this. I've never scored a play before or done anything like this, and I had a couple of songs, and he liked the songs, and they seemed to be apropos for the show. For the show. Yeah. And when he told me I sing the first song, yeah, use that. I said, oh really? I said, okay, because I didn't write it for the show, but when I listened, I was like, oh yeah, it does work. And there's a couple of things like that. But then I get to play. I had the task of creating moods behind the characters when they were speaking in these different scenes. So in my mind, not being able to see and imagining what was going on, I started to create these motifs behind the characters and trying to enhance what was going on with them without getting in the way. And that became just a challenge that I just loved. And I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna play here? How's this gonna work? And so I spent the first several months coming, just trying to figure out what am I going to. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, well, that doesn't work. And then he said, you need to learn your lines there, son. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me get back there. So I was like torn between. I gotta play, gotta sing, gotta play, gotta sing, gotta play. But it caused me to elevate and reach to a place that I had never been, and I had to stretch. And once again, I keep saying this, but I'm really grateful for the opportunity that it took me out of my comfort zone, and I've learned so much, and so grateful for the opportunity to just be me, to play my music, to let my hands and my mind and my things be a part of this play, and it's organic and it works and it just flows, and I can't even begin to tell you how meaningful it is to me.
That is awesome, and further proving that energy is invisible. Like, you don't have to see what's happening, how people are moving in the play, where they're standing, in order to understand what's happening, so you can create those motifs without, being blind or being low vision. Yes. Art transcends all that.
Yes.
And I think it's wonderful. I thank you both so much for coming here and talking to What's Up LA. You know what? I'm not going to do this. You do this. Invite people to come over.
Absolutely.
Come on through. It's an amazing show. Lucky number 7 nights from February 28th to March 14th. And you guys definitely don't want to miss this monumental moment in 2026.
You got to be there. I'm just going to tell you straight, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to hate yourself if you miss this and somebody tells you about it. Like, I should have been there, because that's what's going to happen. But it's an experience. And it's an experience that you won't be able to get anywhere else. We're the only blind theater group in the country.
In America, the largest blind, vision impaired theater company in America. And it's located here in Culver City. And yeah, you don't want to miss this at all.
Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, Joslyn. To everybody watching, come join us. Off Key opens on February 28th and we'll be here at the Blue Door Theater in Culver City. Closing night is on March 14th, and we will see you here. This incredible play was written by Chris Ureña and is directed by Greg Shane, assistant director Genevieve Erickson. See you on February 28th.
Get your tickets. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it.
February 4th, tickets are up. So they're going to end. One night's already sold out. So you don't want to miss it.
Better jump on it. Better jump on it.
Community calendar February. Let's go. February run of Rogue Machine Theater's My Son the Playwright, a daring new solo show written and performed by Justin Tanner, directed by Lisa James, produced by Byron Cooley. A fearless exploration of family, forgiveness, and the creative process. It's a raw and revealing journey through the moments that shape who we become. February 6 to 19, What a Wonderful World, an audiovisual poem. This display of film and video art is a sweeping odyssey into the depths of human experience, and it takes over all 6 stories of the abandoned historic variety arts theater in downtown LA. Football is Life, animated portraits exhibit at Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Celebrating the arrival of the World Cup in Los Angeles, Football is Life presents works by award-winning animator and visual effects artist Lyndon J. Barra Sr. Crafted from gum wrappers, glue, paint, and other materials, his miniature portraits capture iconic moments in women's and men's soccer. Opens on February 15th. February 21st from 1 to 4 p.m., the 127th Annual Golden Dragon Parade in Chinatown. The colorful procession of lion dancers, dance troupes, music groups, and more will make its way through Chinatown. The parade historically coincides with a free Lunar New Year festival in the Central Plaza as well. That is all we have today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our community and for supporting the independent arts in Los Angeles. I'm Nina Ransell, and we'll see you next month. because that's what's up.